Hello, this is part 3 of simplifying polynomial expressions by using long division. This is a more advanced problem. I would suggest, if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, to look at those first before venturing into this video. So I pre-filled in some of the data into the problem, but as you can see, I left some blank spaces. Let's start with the orange one. The dividend, we have we have to put the expression from largest exponent to smallest. So we have a 3, a 2. Then we don't have an x. That's why I left the blank. And then we have a number without a letter. This right here is a gap in the exponents. We cannot have that. Otherwise, we will be solving the problem incorrectly. One way to fix that is if I add 0x, I'm not adding anything because 0 times anything is 0, but it will allow us to solve the process correctly. Same thing on the divisor. This is an exponent of 2. We are missing one with an exponent of 1. I will also be putting a plus 0x. Now we can continue with the problem normally. Again, this is called a gap in the exponent. Now we have 3 terms on the outside, so whenever we start looking at the problem, we will be looking at 3 terms at a time. So what do I need to multiply 2 by to get 6? I need to multiply times 3. What do I need to multiply x squared by to get to x cubed? I need to multiply by x. Now the 3 and the x will go as part of the quotient. Because we have 3 parts, the 3x will go here. And if, as you can see, everything in the column has an x with no exponents, that means we are doing it correctly. Now let's go ahead and multiply. We will multiply the divisor, that's the one in green, times the part of the quotient starting from left to right on the divisor. 2x squared plus 3x is 6x cubed. 0 times 3x is 0, x squared. And we have plus 3x when we multiply 1 times 3x. We will be subtracting. And because I have more than one terms, I will also be placing parentheses. The negative on the outside of the parentheses changes the sign of everything inside. This becomes a negative. The 0 doesn't really matter, but I will change it to a negative. And the last one also becomes a negative because it was a positive 3x. The negative on the outside becomes positive. 6x cubed minus 6x cubed becomes 0. Next we have 10x squared. And last we have a negative 3x. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. We bring down the 8 just like we would do in all division form. And as you can see, we still have 3 terms. Because we have 3 terms in the divisor, that's the only way that we can do it. We need to find on the next step a number that when you multiply times 2, you get 10. That number is 5. X squared times which number gives you x squared? Is just multiplying times 1. 5 times 1 is 5. And we put that on the quotient. We multiply the divisor times the quotient. On the divisor, let's start with the 2x squared times 5 is 10x squared. 0 times 5 would be 0x. 1 times 5 would be 5. Place the parentheses. There's a negative on the outside, which changes the sign of everything inside. This becomes a positive. Let's subtract. 10x squared minus 10x squared is 0. Negative 3 minus 0 is negative 3x. 8 minus 5 is 3. We don't have anything else to bring down. Therefore, we are done with the problem. Now, what's the answer in this problem? If you look at the remainder, this is the first problem where the remainder is not 0. Well, the remainder will be part of the answer. So here's the answer. The answer would be the quotient, 3x plus 5. And we will also be adding the remainder, negative 3x plus 3. However, we will be placing it over the divisor, over 2x squared plus 1. So if I highlight, this is the divisor, this is the remainder, and this is the quotient.